being a support person during a woman's labour is really an honour, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Yes. So it also comes with a lot of stress and responsibility though. So, you know, being a great support person during a woman's labour can make a world of difference. So tell me, Dr. Liz, how can a partner be a great support in the lead up to a baby being born?
Well, they could go along.
Men, are you listening? And women,
are you
women.
Listening? Yep.
Yes, I've been a birthing partner before. It's great.
Yeah, no, it's really fantastic. So you want to have a bit of an idea about things going into the birth. So if it's a cesarean section, for example, that'd be good to know. So having a good old chat with the person that will be having the baby, and many different people make up a support person. So you might have your mum, your best mate, you might have the father of the baby, yes. or just your co-parent, depending on your family arrangement. There are lots of people, depending where you birth as well. Sometimes you don't just have one person, you might have two people.
You might have like 10.
Yeah,
Never.
selling
Do
tickets.
Not recommend
selling
that.
tickets.
Yeah. $50, come watch me labour.
So you have a chat about the birth plan, maybe what expectations there are, pain relief options in labour. You might go along to antenatal, or as I like to call them, the huffy puffy classes, just to learn a little bit more about birth. And some people, when they hear about things that happen, they may elect to maybe not be down the business end of things, be up the top end.
Yep.
People may plan photography or videos with their birth. It'd be a good idea to know what the person needs to bring to hospital,
yes.
To be available, to have management plans in place for other children. If you do go into labour, who's going to care for your other babies at home? So having a support network of family and friends. So it's a little bit of an event, and the labour itself can often go for a full day. Sometimes you may be in hospital just the birth part alone for a couple of days, depending on a few different factors, and then after birth as well, there's other things involved there. So that's the lead up, having a bit of an idea.
And there's also the midnight runs to go and get whatever we want. It's the foot rubs. What else is there?
There's massages,
yes.
And you
just putting up with our behaviour.
But it's okay. You're gestating a human life.
Exactly.
So it's kind of a big deal.
It is. We need to be weighted on hand and foot and massaged every day, and pretty much.
Well, it's really tiring.
We really should have a bell.
Or a whistle.
A whistle.
Mm-hmm.
Or a zapper. No.
Oh, with a collar.
Yes. No. We're going too far. I love it. All women listening, you agree with us, I know it. So what should they have prepared? What should the partner and the mother have prepared? So what's in the labour bag? What should they pack in their labour bag?
There's heaps of stuff. So if you want to have a special treat after birth that maybe you haven't had whilst you've been pregnant, so some people might plan, maybe not in the bag waiting there for a few weeks, but they might have some, sushi or something that they want to eat.
Don't put that in.
No, don't put that in the bag. But probably the birthing mother may have her own sort of idea of what she wants to bring to hospital.
Yep.
You might want to think about packing that reasonably early on. Most hospitals will provide you a little bit of advice on what to bring, so you can usually go to their websites, or you can also sometimes just Google what's a good idea to bring to hospital. Don't bring too much.
No,
don't pack too many valuables.
Like you're going on a holiday.
Yeah, no. And the hospital rooms are usually quite generous in size, but there are limitations to what you can bring to just size, like with bags and things. Yep. You don't want to bring in 10 bags. Have a hospital bag packed, ready to go. But there may be some things that maybe you don't need to bring to hospital when you go into labour, but you want your partner or your birth support person to know where's it located. Like the baby carry, like the pram, the capsules.
All those things.
Yeah, different baby clothes, depending on the size of your baby after it's born.
Yeah, because you don't know whether it's going to be like a 4-0, 3-0.
No.
God forbid a 1-0. No, I'm joking.
That's why you're crossing your legs.
Yeah. But a few little snacks for your birthing partner.
Oh, yeah. You want to stay, if you're having a vaginal birth, you want to stay hydrated in labour, have a few little snacks. Probably not bringing along a bucket of KFC. You might want to just bring along...
there has been a woman that said, I want a bucket of KFC while I give birth.
Well, because you may sometimes vomit in labour.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and then sometimes... and you don't want to have a really full tummy. In the event
of... You've got a full tummy.
You do. In the event of an emergency Caesar, you don't want to eat too much. If you're having a Caesar, diabetes, or on the other hand, you need to fast prior to surgery, and you'll have a chat with your treating team about when to stop eating. But there's all sorts of things. You might want to bring some big undies.
Yeah, big undies. Obviously, some big pads.
Yep, some maternity pads,
surfboards, some lip balm, maybe.
Yeah. There's little baby bags called Bounty bags that can sometimes be given to you in pregnancy, and they've got little samples of things. And those little sample packs, you can just see if it works. It might include nipple cream or baby barrier creams, baby wipes. There's different things, so you can try different brands and. Yeah,
but definitely a nightie, I think, that you like to wear afterwards.
Yeah, it's probably it's not a great idea to walk the hospital nude. So you might also
you can if you really want to.
You can pack a nightie, but also a dressing gown.
Yeah, some slippers.
Some slippers. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Socks.
Yep. And don't be afraid to pack earplugs and an eye mask.
Yes.
Hospitals can be noisy places, and maternity wards usually
are very noisy places.
They usually go to a bit of effort to soundproof between different rooms, and also to ensure there is a calm nature to the maternity unit. But sometimes doors are left open, babies cry.
Yes.
A lot of people come and go from maternity units visiting, so there's that it can be a little bit noisy.
And the other thing that I was thinking of too was music. If you like have a playlist,
own
birthing playlist,
totally own it. Yeah. And actually, almost every birth suite,
a Spotify list.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah,
starting with push it.
Push it real. You know what part that's for.
And then you can have, I don't know, what is it like, baby face? But playlists are a great idea, but it can be a long day. So you want to have support people because a
roster.
Yeah, it's a bit like a prize fighter. So if you're going for the prize fight, you have training with one boxing partner, and then they go when they're tired, and then they send in another fresh one. So you might want to rotate your birthing support that too.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, because if it's going all night, it's really difficult when you're in labour, but also the support person can be quite tired too. And
the poor things.
Look, it is important that everyone takes care of each other.
Exactly.
But it may be that they're really quite tired, and so maybe for a part of it, you might want your mum or something like that to come along and relieve your partner or a close friend. So you can negotiate these things and just have a chat with your midwife, your obstetrician, the hospital, antenatal classes. There's lots of
just have lots
ideas.
of support around you, basically, is what we're saying. So what is a good idea for once the contractions start to get a bit heavy for a birthing partner? What should they be thinking about then?
Yeah, if in doubt, call the hospital. So birthing units are staffed 24/7, and you can call them, have a chat. When you're having contractions and they're coming every 2 or 3 minutes and they're painful, that's the time to be at hospital.
Yep.
And
it's listening to the woman, really, what she wants. If she wants ice, get her ice. If she wants a hot pack, get her a hot pack.
It can be really hard as a support person because you don't quite know what to do.
Like, no, I don't want cold, I want hot.
Yeah, but it's very hard for the woman to be in labour, in pain, and on the phone. So you might, for example, call on behalf of your partner to have a chat with them, and you want to keep calm and just try and be really supportive. Also, it's not quite a sporting event, so you don't want to be doing the Leighton Hewitt, come on, and trying to psych them up or making them walk it off or pace it out, or
so don't be a personal trainer. Basically,
yeah, that's right.
Labouring.
Yeah, so normally you could just ask, what would you like me to do? But some people maybe would appreciate a bit of initiative, but you need to be flexible, and it can be a condition when you're in labour that may cause
psychosis.
No, a little bit of distress, which all things should be figured in. Yeah,
absolutely. What happens on tour, as I say, what happens during labour stays on labour.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
I think that's a good rule.
Yeah, but things such as drinking alcohol, not such a good thing.
No.
Also,
birthing partners are not allowed to drink alcohol for the month leading into the labour. You're banned. You've got to be able to drive.
And you might also have a think about not just sitting there on your mobile phone in a birth suite. Providing gentle encouragement. You may also consider just bringing certain things along which might be supportive. So do you want your own pillow, or some people like their own drink bottle to drink from, different things like that. So
I love it. And what about once the baby arrives? How can we be a good support person?
Don't panic.
Yep, don't panic.
When the baby arrives, most women are pretty exhausted, be it after an operation with a Caesar or a vaginal birth. So things you can do to support your partner in the immediate afterbirth would include maybe if they wanted to have some
joke afterbirth.
Yeah, having some photos taken, or it may just include sometimes they want you to just hold the baby while they rest, or sometimes they just want to hold the baby themselves, and so it's very different depending on families, mood, birth, quite a few things there. Yeah, so it's a bit tricky to completely plan. Flexibility and just having a little bit of a chat beforehand is probably the way to go.
And going with the flow, because things just happen.
Yeah, and there's no such thing as a right or a wrong.
No.
And it's just about communication and
keeping calm too, because it can be quite stressful. So nothing's worse. If you're the birthing partner, I think no matter what, you have to keep calm.
Yeah, sometimes in the event of an emergency, if the birth partner is quite distressed, they may actually be asked to possibly leave the room, which isn't ideal. So just trying to keep calm.
You've got to keep calm.
Yeah, and if you're feeling a little bit lightheaded as a birth partner, sit down.
If you're going to faint.
Just
don't be proud. Just say, I'm going to faint. And go on, just ask for a seat. Yeah. Actually, one of the staff here, her husband was laying on a bed and he said, I think I'm going to faint. And it's like, but you're laying down already. It'll be fine.
Yeah, but it can be...
Yes, I know. I'm just... So
it does happen.
It does happen. Yeah. Laying down fainting does happen. So good luck to our mothers about to give birth and to the birthing partners. We wish you luck. We wish you an amazing experience too. And don't forget, if you need any advice with your pre-pregnancy, pregnancy or lady bits, Dr. Liz is here to support you every step of the way. So please give her a wonderful team a call to find out how she can help you.